I went through a bad breakup, and I wanted a goal to focus on.
Yeah.
Just to keep me out of trouble. I didn't really want to go like down the path of just getting drunk and fucking partying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A finite amount of opportunities that present themselves.
A lot slower. And it's been a gift.
To stamp moments and memories. And I agree with all that.
Come down here, go all in on life.
And finish it off, take the
Many
lesson.
kind of changes. We start our own brew pub, and it was.
Don't cut it. Don't you dare cut that.
Yeah, so I was like, well, if I have a goal, like I want to be responsible and I just want to kind of focus on myself. So I had a friend that was a bikini competitor, and she suggested, she's like, oh, there's a new division in the fitness industry or the fitness competitions. It's called Men's Physique. This is like 2014, maybe the end of 2013, I think. I think I competed in 2014. And yeah, so I looked into that. I was like, this is cool. Gave me a goal. I didn't drink for a year, like trained twice a day, like focused on my nutrition, super healthy, did a ton of like personal development. And like that ultimately like kind of kickstarted an opening for me to have a better life.
Yeah.
In the sense that like one thing led to another, to another, to another.
Yeah.
So I kind of look back and I'm like, it's a good rule of life that usually the shittiest situations or events that happen to you,
Right.
if you take the opportunity to look at it in the right manner, in hindsight, when you look back on it, it'll be a good thing. So,
Yeah. It leads to something else.
yeah, absolutely. So I got into the fitness industry, kind of got addicted to that. Did well in my first competition. I got like third place or something. Did another competition, did well. Got an opportunity to go compete at Canadian Nationals. Went and did that. I think I did like okay. I got like 7th or something like that, or 9th or something. And then I just kept competing. But at the same time, when I was doing that, I thought that Instagram was like a photo album.
Yeah.
Like it was an app that just held more storage for your photos. So I kept taking like selfies and stuff like that, and I was posting them to like just track it. And then I didn't understand that like I was growing a following. I didn't know what it like meant, because like there's no other following apps that I had. So I didn't understand, like I knew that you had friends on Facebook, but I didn't know like what a following was.
Yeah.
So before I realized it, I had like 30,000 followers or something like that on social media.
And you were just consistent. So they're like, oh, look at this guy.
Every day. I was just me at the gym every day, like doing cardio, working out, like posting shirtless selfies and stuff like that. And then I remember I started seeing another girl. This is like 2 years later. And I started seeing another girl, and she's like, oh, I do online training. And I was like, what's that? And she's like, well, I just like basically make nutrition and training programs. And then I was like, oh, you don't like see the people? And she's like, no, I just like send them out to them. And that's that. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
And so I kind of started getting into that. And she's like, yeah, like just start an Instagram account and like build up a following. And I was like, oh, I already have this thing. And she had like 10,000 followers, and she told me how much money she was making. I was like, oh shit, like that's pretty good money. And I think I had like 40,000 followers at this point or something. She's like, how do you have 40,000 followers? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm like, I just keep posting stuff. And like, what is that good? She's like, yeah, that's like 40,000 people that you can market to. And then I kind of started like realizing the business model behind like social media.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. And I was welding at the time. I welded for like 7 years. I was doing pipe welding up in northern Alberta, like going to like oil field camps and stuff.
Yep.
I'd stay there for 2 weeks to 35 days, and then you get some days off, and that's kind of what I was doing. But it ended up, I started doing that online as like a side hustle. And then I started making like as much money as I was making in the oil field, except for the oil field's fucking terrible. I was working like 14 hours a day in negative 45, 50 Celsius weather. We're like, terrible. So it got to a point where I was like, fuck this. And then I got rid of my welding truck, my tools, like everything, just like quit. I did like my last rotation. I was like, this is my last one. Quit. And then packed up all my bags. I remember I drove home from Fort McMurray, Alberta, got back to Edmonton where my apartment was, grabbed all my stuff, put it in garbage bags. And I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to Ontario, because that's where the girl was. I was kind of seeing her like long distance.
Yeah.
So it was like a 4,500 kilometer drive.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah. I remember I drove just nonstop straight, like 37 hours straight. Got there, rolled in at like 4 a.m. and I didn't really plan it very well. When I left, I had $1,100 in my bank account. And then when I got there, I had $300 in my bank account because I spent like $800 on gas. So I remember I got there and I was like, all right, well, fuck, I'm here now with her. I'm like, I got no fucking money. And I didn't really plan it very well. And yeah, I was like, fuck, I guess I better make something work with this, like
Instagram shit.
this online personal training thing.
Yeah.
And then luckily she kind of had like the business model like laid out for me. She's like,
Yeah.
I'll show you how to like create the programs and blah, 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 stuff like that. So yeah, I did really well with that. And then, yeah, that's kind of how I got into my first online business.
Wow, dude. Yeah, what a journey, man. So that's kind of like an accidental. You kind of like fell into it. You didn't really go in with any intention for that, but it kind of got taken care of by itself.
Yeah, like that's kind of how my whole life works. I think it's how everybody's life works.
Yeah, you just got to see it. You got to see it for what it is. Yeah.
I think that there's a finite amount of opportunities that present themselves to you in your lifetime, and whether you take them or not is kind of dictates your success.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I've always
agree.
just been like under the impression that I'm kind of like a fuck it, let's do it and we'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'll get a cool story out of it. And if it does, who knows where it'll lead you. And that's kind of led me to where I am now.